Hello from Mindpads. TOK Essay. These are a few of the sample knowledge questions and excerpts of the discussion with resources. Please see the pages on the Mindpads.org website for complete discussion and links to the resources. Write to us at mindpads.org@gmail.com for support and for preparing and writing your essays and presentations. TOK Essay Topic Number 10. Humans are pattern-seeking animals, and we are adept at finding patterns, whether they exist or not. Adapted from Michael Shermer. Discuss knowledge questions raised by this idea in two areas of knowledge. KQ number 5. How does pattern-seeking and pattern recognition contribute to knowledge acquisition? In the area of science and technology, recognition predominantly manifests itself in pattern recognition, biometric recognition, textual recognition, and linguistics identification systems. In human sciences, mostly neuroscience, psychology, and sociology, recognition is the basis of the process of gesture recognition, face perception, pareidolia, and recall. Using memory, imagination, emotion, and sense perception, recognition remembers through conscious recollection and knows with the subconscious feeling of familiarity. Since the beginnings, human beings have identified patterns within their environment. Humans initially identified patterns of habits and responses of animals, movements of the sun, moon and seasons, growth and harvest of crops, and used that knowledge and evolved from hunter-gatherer bands to complex civilizations. Read more at mindpads.org. KQ number 6. In the context of acquiring and producing knowledge, to what extent does the pattern recognition consolidate cognition? Far from being linear in one way, pattern recognition and knowledge acquisition form a complex, interdependent, and evolving system with multiple dimensions and constituents. When happening on a subconscious level, pattern recognition is simple and direct, almost innate, without any element of inference and interpretation derived from repetition and familiarity. At the conscious level, we interpret patterns, look for cause and effect relationships, draw connections between the existing pieces and the new, question or ratify existing and prevailing. In the contrast to prevalent unknown territories in sciences, knowledge acquired through pattern recognition in the other areas of knowing, like arts, literature, ethics, and religion, involves a pre-existence of faith, beliefs, and preferences. When we interpret or when the truth dawns on us, we proceed by recalling deep embedded and entrenched prejudices that bring forth recognition of existing truths. These are a few of the sample knowledge questions and excerpts of the discussion with resources. Please see the pages on the Mindpads.org website for complete discussion and links to the resources. Write to us at mindpads.org@gmail.com for support in preparing and writing your essays and presentations. KQ number 7. In what ways and forms does pattern seeking and pattern recognition appear in different areas of knowledge? Apophenia is the human tendency to perceive meaningful patterns with random data. In statistics and machine learning, apophenia manifests itself as overfitting when statistical model fits the noise rather than the signal, by overfitting particular datasets rather than providing a reliable pattern in general population. Apophenia serves as a rationalization for gambling and the gambler's fallacy, as the gamblers imagine to see patterns in numbers which appear in lotteries, card games, or roulette wheels. In literature, Pattern Recognition, a novel by science fiction writer William Gibson, examines the human desire to detect patterns or meaning in the risks of finding patterns in meaningless data. In finance and economics, investors and analysts naturally seek and find patterns, frequently whether none exist, and probabilistic component in pattern identification is exacerbated by emotions of fear and greed. Including a large number of datasets and more variables increases the probability of spurious results, and the solution lies only in correct interpretations to identify the true meaningful patterns. Although pattern recognition certainly has its flaws, technology has made tremendous advances in algorithms that use pattern recognition effectively. Once we are aware that our brains default to pattern recognition in response to ambiguous situations, it becomes easier to see how we are pre-wired toward cognitive limitation. For the complete discussions of these TOK essay topics, do visit us at Mindpads.org or write to us at Mindpads.org@gmail.com.